What's going on YouTube? This is Austin from Austin and Cody here, coming at you again with a new video for you guys today. And today, it has been a long while since I've done a rock and metal CD collection update for you guys, but I've got a lot to show in this video, so I just thought, you know what the heck, let's go ahead and do it. Alrighty, first up for background tunes, I have gone with this album. This is Immortal with their third album entitled Battles in the North. Long story short, my favorite Immortal album. They were able to embrace the icy sound with this album, the snowy sound. Yeah, one of my most sought after Immortal albums for sure. Definitely check this album out if you haven't. Immortal, Battles in the North. Okay. Now on to the update at hand. So, here we go. Let's start the update. First up is another fellow black metal band, but this band is from Finland. So here we go with first CD for the update. This is Behexen with My Soul for His Glory. Band's third full length, right after By the Blessing of Satan. I freaking really love this album, man. I love this one. Just as evil as ever. It kind of reminds me a lot of By the Blessing of Satan. And that's their best album in my opinion. But yeah, this came out in 2008, 3 years after By the Blessing of Satan. So yeah, I mean, this album, let the horror and chaos come. Great way to start the album. Born in the Serpent of the Abyss, Demonic Flesh Temple, Cathedral of the Ultimate Void. Self-titled track being one of the best tracks on this album. Definitely one to check out. So that's Behexen with My Soul for His Glory, 2008. Alright. The next 3 CDs that I'm going to show are all by the same band. So, for those that have been following me for a while, know that I've been trying my hardest to get all of Cannibal Corpse's albums. And with the arrival of this CD yesterday, as of today, I can announce I have all of their albums. So stay tuned for the discography ranked episode of Cannibal Corpse. But for now, here's the next CD for the update. This is Cannibal Corpse with Gallery of Suicide. Very happy to finally have this album. Yes, it comes with the censored artwork, but it also came with the uncensored artwork, and that's the artwork I have here. Phenomenal album from beginning to end, and that album art, man, so brutal. One of my favorite Cannibal Corpse albums. Yeah, just beginning to end, this is a phenomenal album. Just phenomenal album from beginning to end. There's the censored artwork, which is pretty cool. I mean, this album, it came out in 1998, so 2 years after Vile. I mean, I Will Kill You, Disposal of the Body, Sentence to Burn. There's a video for Sentence to Burn. Blood Drenched Execution, self-titled track. From Skin to Liquid, I love that instrumental track. Chambers of Blood, Every Bone Broken, Crushing the Despised. I mean, this whole album you can listen to without skipping a track. That's how awesome this album is. So yeah, that's Cannibal Corpse with Gallery of Suicide. Next up, Bloodthirst released in 1999, 1 year after Gallery of Suicide. This is another solid album. Again, sorry for the glare. This is another solid album from Cannibal Corpse. What I'm surprised about is Gallery of Suicide came with the censored and uncensored artwork. This album did not. It didn't come with that. Which, that was fine. I mean, Pounded into Dust, Dead Human Collection, Unleashing the Bloodthirsty, The Spine Splitter, Raped by the Beast, Hacksaw Decapitation, Blowtorch Slaughter. Awesome stuff, man. It's Cannibal Corpse with Bloodthirst. And the last Cannibal Corpse CD for this update is this one. This is Red Before Black, released in 2017. Pretty cool. I love the album art. Very, very cool. I mean, Only One Will Die. Code of the Slashers, man. I love Code of the Slashers. But yeah, if you haven't listened to Cannibal Corpse, definitely check them out. They're well worth a listen. So yeah, that's all of the Cannibal Corpse right there. That's Cannibal Corpse with Red Before Black. Alright. From death metal, we're going back to black metal. I'm very fortunate to finally have this album. It's taken me months and months of soul searching and just waiting for the exact moment to come to where I could finally purchase this CD. And I'm very, very happy to say that I now have it. This is Dark Funeral, based out of Sweden, with their third album entitled Diabolis Interium. My favorite Dark Funeral album, and yes, my personal favorite black metal band. This album is evil, aggressive at points. The vocals by Caligula, Emperor Magus Caligula. Just awesome. I love the back here, with all the band members. That's cool. The inside's a lot better too. A good picture of the band photo right there. So Caligula was with Dark Funeral from Vobiscum Satanas. This album, he was all the way from Vobiscum Satanas to Angelus Exuro Pro Eternus. Because I think where Shadows Forever Reign, they got the new lead singer that they have now. And he's also on We Are the Apocalypse. But yeah, either way, whether it's the new lead singer, Caligula, or the one that they had on the Secrets of the Black Arts, either way, Dark Funeral was amazing. But yeah, if you haven't heard this album, I'm going to recommend some tracks. The Arrival of Satan's Empire, Hail Murder, Goddess of Sodomy, An Apprentice of Satan, Armageddon finally comes. Yeah, just a solid album to check out. That's Dark Funeral with Diabolis Interium, released in 2001. Alright. These next two, so we go from black metal back to death metal, and that's pretty much been a common pattern. Black metal to death metal to black metal, and now black metal back to death metal. These next two are both by the same band. One I've been wanting for a while, and the other one was kind of a blind buy. But this one I actually listened to the other day, and I was absolutely blown away by it. I listened to it on YouTube. This is Incantation with their 1997 EP entitled The Forsaken Morning of Angelic Anguish. 1997 for this EP. Craig Pillard was session vocalist for this EP. He'd already been gone from Incantation after Mortal Throne of Nazarene. But he was the session vocalist for this one. Again, it's that same heavy, aggressive style that Incantation is known for. And like I said, after Craig Pillard left Incantation, this was the last thing he did, I believe, with Incantation. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But, yeah, this is solid. Yeah, good stuff in here. Even a good cover of Scream Bloody Gore. That's Incantation with the Forsaken Morning of Angelic Anguish. Alrighty, sorry about that. Had a cutaway for a split second. But yeah, that was Incantation with the Forsaken Morning of Angelic Anguish. The other Incantation album I picked up was this one. This is their 2017 album, Profane Nexus. I have Unholy Deification as well. But yeah, I haven't listened to this one yet. Y'all need to let me know if it's any good. I had to completely replace the case on this one. I was very ticked off. It came broke. So I went ahead and replaced it. So I'll definitely give that a listen too. That's Incantation with Profane Nexus. Alrighty, these last three albums, this next album, it's not death metal and it's not black metal. It is thrash or heavy metal. So yeah, we are doing, this is heavy metal now for these last few. So here we go. Next up, this is Judas Priest. People should know by now that Judas Priest is my favorite band of all time, and this is one of my personal favorites by them. This is Judas Priest with British Steel. People should know by now that Judas Priest is my favorite band of all time, and also if you get the remasters, each album has a different letter to spell out Judas Priest, so I'm getting there. But yeah, this is a pretty solid one. Singles off the album are Living After Midnight, Breaking the Law, and United. Living After Midnight is one of my all-time favorite songs by Judas Priest. Same thing with Breaking the Law. So yeah, definitely one to check out. That's Judas Priest with British Steel. Alrighty, these last two are both by the same band. Both of these albums I'm very fortunate to have. So, and it is the one and only Metallica. Alright, so yeah, Metallica. This is their third album, entitled Master of Puppets, released in 1986. I love the album art where it shows two hands in the sky with strings attached to the tombstones right here. Really, really good. Yeah, the only single off this album is Master of Puppets, and I hate... all these remasters did not come with a sleeve. But there's the disc right there. And obviously inside. The remasters have more of a vinyl look than they do a proper CD look. So, but yeah. Only single off this album is Master of Puppets. Best track on here, I'd say Welcome Home. Between that or Battery. So, but yeah, that's Metallica with Master of Puppets, released in 1986. The other Metallica album I own is this big boy. This is Hardwired to Self-Destruct, released in 2016. This is a very underrated Metallica album. I don't understand why people actually hate this album. They're trying to return to their roots. To me, this was a good starter album to get back into their roots, but it wasn't until 72 Seasons when they fully got back into it. Love the inside right here. That is really hardcore. Booklets in here. Disc 1's right here. Whoop. This is the 3-disc edition. Yeah, this is the 3-disc edition. So disc 1 is here. Disc 2 right here in the middle. Disc 3 over here, which is all the Lords of Summer stuff, as well as the live recordings of these songs. Yeah, the whole CD layout is awesome. I love the cover. The back is pretty cool. Singles off this album are Hardwired, Atlas Rise, Now That We're Dead, Moth into Flame, and Spit Out the Bone. They all have videos for them. But yeah, this is one Metallica album I would definitely suggest you guys check out. Very, very underrated. I don't see a lot of people rank this one very high, but I do. Just an unpopular opinion. But yeah, that's the last CD for the update. That is Metallica with Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Alright, so that's it. That's it for this CD collection update. I've got another one coming up later on, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, comment, like, subscribe down below. Turn on post notifications as well, so that way you don't miss any more videos like this in the near future. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.